Okay, till 28 minutes. So, we're going to do dolly work tonight. We are doing body swaps. We got some Volks bodies that I personally don't care so much for, but, well, I guess you'd have to see them to know them. To start off,
they finally have the Prima Tex fabrics on
anyways,
sale.
I'll show some comparisons here.
Okay.
That's alright. This is a 2-part soft bust, large bust Obitsu, compared to
the infamous maroon
the 1-part soft bust Volks. Does Volks have a 2-part soft?
That is the 2-part soft.
This is the 2-part soft?
Well, that's the EB Beauty.
Oh, EB Beauty. Durr. Well, anyways, like I said, I'm pro Obitsu. Nice thing about the body, actually, it looks like the neck modification isn't really any modification at all. You just use a selected pin from the piece, ring, and it seems to fit in the head pretty well.
This is a Type 3 body, too.
So, because the one thing, I at first installed the EB Mini C on Athena's new doll, and I noticed a problem right off the bat. The neck is rounded at the top, besides some poor quality molding that kind of creates a nasty little gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull her head apart using the Dremel tool, and I'm going to try and make this a little bit flatter. It's my attempt in the video here. But that's the EB Mini C. Pretty nice body lines. I don't personally care for the way the hips look somewhat, and the elbows are a little funny, and unfortunately the holes in the back. They give you little pegs to fill in the holes, but you've got to cut the pegs yourself. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. More comparisons. This is a hard bust Obitsu. Fairly decent body lines. I don't like the hips and the pelvis there because it gets kind of a manly bulge going, and that's just kind of not right. That's kind of why the main reason why I like the Obitsu 2-part soft bust. The body curves are much nicer and more uniform and smooth. The other comparison is thing that I'd shown earlier is this is the large bust 2-part soft. What I did for the Sofitia character is this is the bust from a large bust 1-piece soft, which actually looks a bit larger in comparison, not by much, and looks, in my opinion, a little better. So what I had actually done is using a razor blade I had trimmed around so that I could put this bust on the 2-part body, because originally this bust was 1 piece all the way down to here, and then it would have the pelvis man bulge hard plastic thing that I don't care for. So she offered to strip down mostly to show us what I had done there, but she would not take off her hat or her G-string.
That's
so,
from Eternia.
From an Eternia, yes.
Oh no, Blanche, I lied.
And the hat is from Solsaseki, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, anyways, on to work here. This body we got used was already prepped for a head. I never took it off of her head until now. Whoever did this actually did a pretty nice job. Being a mechanic, I know what this is. This is Teflon tape. It is used to seal threads on pipes and fittings and things. But it worked pretty good, made a nice fit. So I'm going to go ahead and set this here so that we can see. We know that this one fits good, so we'll just go ahead and set that aside and we'll work on Chantel here. I don't know if I'm in.
Yeah, I can see you.
Let me know if I stray out.
That means I have to pay close attention.
Well, you're paying attention anyways. What does it matter?
I was only kind of paying attention. I was also looking at this fabric ad.
You silly. One nice thing about dolls and with the Type 4s is that you don't have to worry about a scalp. You've just got 2 halves of the head. That's pretty nice. Stock, it comes with this funny little doodle here that kind of comes out kind of high, and it'd be too high to interfere with the iMac. But all I had to do was put a rubber band around it to make it a little more of a tight fit, and just using a nice little side cutters, I just snipped those off. But obviously, as we can see, we have a problem here now. Let's see if I can't do something about that. The first half came off pretty well. I'm just being gentle with this because obviously I don't want to go too deep. And you can't go down too far with it because I could see the part in the plastic where it comes together to hold the pin. And I figure what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to shorten this a bit more, which is fine because these are not important for doll and pull-up heads anyways. And I suppose one more rubber band is in order. I'm just going to go ahead and keep using the same color. But I do believe this ought to work.
Which one is this?
That's Nebula, the kind of token one they used when they were first advertising it. So you don't have this problem with the pull-up heads, because the pull-up heads, they're dished in a little bit, whereas the dolls are not.
Are the Type 4s, do their holes look the same as Type 3s? Because she's a Type 3, right?
Yeah, I do believe they're all the same. I don't think any of them are dished in that I can remember.
Oh, just an FYI, when you take Willow apart, she's a Type 2.
I think I'm going to need to add another rubber band to pick up some of the gap, but that'll look a lot better. Maybe I'll make it a little smoother, way out of the camera there. But yeah, I think if I fit that and tweak that a little more, that'll work. But I think that's about right. That's what we need to do, just to make that flat. The Obitsus, the heads are already flat. When I had done the Obitsu body for Amelia, I had to actually, with the razor blade, trim a little bit of away. It was soft, so the razor blade worked fine, because otherwise it looked like she had some sort of giraffe neck going, which was way too long. I guess the only other thing now is trying to figure out these pegs. I figure if I mark it by squeezing it with this, I can kind of cut the peg. See how that works out. I don't have high hopes for it, though. It's a very small piece of plastic. That didn't work hardly like I thought, but I think we can make this work.
Yeah, it's fine, you're a little high.
I don't know, I guess we'll see. And maybe if that works, I can shove it in her back. Oh, it's got a little nub on it. Awesome. I suppose not a whole lot of people worry too much about the holes in the back because they're heavily clothed enough you won't notice, and you don't usually take pictures of the back of them anyways. I guess it's just one of those little things that annoys me.
You take nude pictures, though.
Not nude.
Okay, just mostly. I'm sorry, I'm being mean now.
Yeah, that's still going to take more tweaking. That's sitting pretty high up on her back. It's like she's got a cancerous lump. Okay, more tweaking to be done with that.
I don't know, but that would be the most epic way to get around ever.
It really was.
Body curves are not bad, but I see a lot of
I have to get to work.
just kind of poor manufacturing. Atomically correct, lol. Cute hands, but I don't know. I like the Obitsu better.
For couch surfing.
Looks like we're about out of time.